Ciao. Ciao, familia. We're in Italy. Arrived. Little bit on the more tired side, but I'll get a good sleep in tonight. But just walked for the last couple of hours. Actually got lost for a little bit. Ended up on the outskirts of the city, so that was good. But it was a nice walk. Bit of sun. Wasn't too hot. We're in Bologna now, so northeast Italy, and yeah, beautiful city. We're in the old city at the moment. Behind me is a beautiful old building. So yeah, I was just gonna walk through. I'll leave this place for now, but yeah, got my first plane on the trip outside of the one coming over from Bucharest, so Bucharest to Milan. Cheapest flight was one at about, oh that's lovely, one at about midnight. It took off thereabouts 11:30 midnight from Bucharest, and then landed in Milan 1 hour behind, so, but it was still about 1 AM thereabouts. So got there, got to the airport. The airport's outside of Milan, so I thought it's late enough that I probably don't need to get a hostel. So it was pretty late already, so I just found a little pocket in Milan airport, Malpensa I think it's called, and crashed for a couple of hours. So sort of fell asleep, locked up my bags, fell asleep whatever way I could, and then woke up after a couple of hours in the morning around 7ish. Made my way into Milan city centre, and then luckily or just coincidentally, as I walked into the train station, there was a train, one of those high-speed trains going to Bologna in 10 minutes, which was actually a bit of a fright because I didn't know how far the train was from that ticketing office from the station, but I had faith. So yeah, we jumped on that train, and then it was only an hour and a half from Milan to Bologna in one of these high-speed trains. They get up to like 300 kilometers an hour, so that was pretty cool. That was the first train, first high-speed train that I've taken, so that was a nice experience. I will from now on though mostly be going by bus, I think. So I checked it out. Most train trips are like 45 euros, and then some bus trips are 5 euros. So it's the same trip, except you're either doing it in half or even quarter of the time on one of those high-speed trains. So yeah, that's me. So I'm in Bologna now. Cool city, very beautiful. This is a big square at the moment. You do. Trying this one out, it's the size. And yeah, we're in Bologna. Didn't really want to had no reason to spend time in Milan, so came straight to Bologna to explore the sights. So here we are. So found a cool couple of little streets, so we'll investigate for research purposes. One thing that is actually quite useful for doing this sort of stuff is you sort of get used to just doing weird stuff in front of people. I mean, I guess weird stuff is a pretty big domain, but just normal stuff that I usually find awkward, I've sort of just embraced a little bit while doing this, because you can't really do it otherwise. Beautiful. Cheese, fromage, formaggio, bit of cured meat, some pasta. Jesus, look at the hands. yeah, so you can't really do this without accepting the fact that you're going to look a little bit awkward while doing it, but it's alright. It's all part of the fun, you know, part of learning. Lovely fruit. I've now pronounced, okay, lovely. I've now pronounced wrong. I've now officially self-titled as the Fig Lord. So fig, I don't know it, but they are now the best fruit on planet Earth. Read up the Bible, you'll see the same thing. You know, it's a truism I've now accepted, but absolutely delicious fruit. Get your hands on some if you can find them, dried, fresh, whatever. Delicious. So that's my fact tip of the day. Do that. And sleeping in airports isn't actually that bad as well. So if you need to do that, need that extra push, then go for it. We are a bit delusional at the moment, sleep deprived, but it adds a bit of flavour, I think, to the dynamic. You know? Who knows what's going to come out of my mouth. What I've been thinking about as of late, I mean, in cities like this, it's hard not to think about, is how although it might be very hard to scientifically prove, looking or perceiving beauty like in your vision when you're walking around has tangible benefits to your like overall well-being. And I've just been fascinated by it for a while now, because I'm walking through so many beautiful cities, and every time I do like a wander and I might be a little bit tired, or I don't know, I might have a bit of a cloud hanging over my head for some weird reason. It's always fixed by going to beautiful cities like this, seeing the insides of churches that just blow you away, or even, you know, small flower shops that are just perfectly placed and add to the beautiful aesthetic of the city that you're in. And it's just wild. Like, there's definitely a benefit that beauty provides to humans, or at least to people, that is unable to be scientifically proved, but it's real. And it's real, and it affects you. So it's been something that has been on my mind as of late. Oh, coming back through the same. Yeah, we are. Okay. Whoops. What I also just realised, after being told, actually, I didn't find myself, but it was sort of a reminder, because Bologna is a university town, and so there's a university area, which is currently where I'm walking, and it also has the University of Bologna, which I think is the oldest university in Europe. I think it was the first one, so I'll go check that out. But this is a cool old building that's been converted into a bunch of different restaurants. Hey, attaboy, attaboy. And yeah, so we're coming closer to it, but this is the university area, so a lot of young people, a lot of bikes. Quite a cool area. If I'm not wrong, we'll be heading there soon, but yeah, beautiful place to walk around.